I'm having network. If I disappear.
All right. Hello, welcome everyone. Thanks so much for attending today's featured BrokerHunter webinar. We are real excited today to have ProEquities. But before I get started and introduce our first speaker, let me go over a few housekeeping items. This webinar will be recorded. You will be sent a link to this after the event. Usually takes 12 hours for us to get a link back out of an on-demand recording, so feel free to watch it at your leisure. And you can watch it as many times as you would like post-event. Also want to let you know that we will be sending out post-event emails with other instructions as well. If you'd like to find out or talk with a recruiting professional at ProEquities, we can certainly help you facilitate that. Lastly, we will be doing a Q&A session during or right after the formal presentation. So please, if you have any questions at all, make sure you ask them via the Q&A chat pane located on the webinar toolbar. We're going to try to get to as many of those questions as we can and as time permits, and look forward to hearing any questions you have. So with that being said, I want to introduce the firm today. It's ProEquities. The title today is Small But Mighty. Get to know ProEquities. And our first speaker today is Kim Davis, and Kim is the VP of Business Development for ProEquities. Kim, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, David. We greatly appreciate this time and certainly appreciate the partnership with you and BrokerHunter. It has been a wonderful relationship, and thank you all in the audience for joining us this afternoon. We are grateful to have this time to spend with you today, and as David said, we'll really just be focusing on who ProEquities is, so for you to have the opportunity to get to know you, and we look forward to getting to know you and allowing you to get to know us. So I will turn it over to our president, Libet Anderson. Libet?
Thank you, Kim. And I am looking forward to spending some time with you today. We'll give you the quick overview of who ProEquities is, as you can see on that first slide. We've been around since 1985. We are a broker-dealer and an RIA, headquartered here in Birmingham, Alabama. And as you can see, we support more than 500 independent financial advisors across the country. What's an interesting part of our story right now is that actually we have decreased our headcount over the last 5 years, and we've done this on a very intentional basis. We are aligning our firm with an advice and planning model, which is where most people prefer to be in today's market. We still support all the broker-dealer business, but in terms of the resources that we're going to talk about today, a lot of them are built around advice and planning. At the same time, while we have decreased that headcount, we've actually maintained the same revenue that we had, and we've improved our average GDC by over 60%. So it's been a good 5 years of work, and we're now excited to open the doors and move forward. As you can also see, and this should be important to you when you're looking at a firm, okay, so we're a boutique firm, and the size with 85 employees, 500 independent financial professionals. You'll get to know us and the people that support your practice, but we'll also get to know you very well. At the same time, it's the best of both worlds because we are backed by Protective Life, who in turn is owned by Dai-ichi, one of the largest insurers in Japan. So we have the well-capitalized parent and yet a boutique firm. That's a great combination when you're looking at where you might want to plant your stake and do your business to take care of your clients. We have the full range of business models, registered representative, IAR, financial professional, anywhere that you want to do that business between broker-dealer and RIA. We also have several hybrid RIAs that affiliate with us. They have their own RIA, but they use us on the broker-dealer side. And that's certainly a growing part of the business and an area that a lot of people are interested in. We also support, and you'll hear a little bit more about this today, financial institutions and insurance financial professionals. We actually have a sister company that is a BGA, so we often work with them depending on insurance producers who are also registered and do both sides of that business. We think in a holistic financial planning world, that's important to be able to help people all the way from protection to investment. What you'll see here and what you're going to find out on the next few slides are about the resources that we've put in place to help support you and your practice. If you're looking at a firm, What you want to do is learn about the resources that they have and find out if that aligns with you and your needs. It doesn't align with everybody, right? So you know your practice and you know what you're looking for. We have a lot of resources around our advisory business. You'll hear about that in a minute. Financial planning. We can help you with portfolio construction, whether you are managing assets yourself, either with discretion or not, or whether you're using third-party managers or a UMA structure. We have the expertise both from a due diligence and portfolio construction standpoint, also from the technology and how best to build models, maybe that you can do globally trade, right? So a lot of resources here at ProEquities. I'm going to get to introduce those now. Next up is the head of our platform for the advisory business, Tyler Busby.
All right, thanks, Livett, and thank you everyone for taking time out of your day to join us. Today, what I'm going to talk about is, like Livett mentioned, our advisory and planning offering. So while I think, lots of firms have a lot of smart people that are assigned different roles and responsibilities, what we've done is, one, gone out and found those smart people, but also found a unique way to offer a unique service model to our financial professionals. So, as you see here, this is kind of a resource for all things advisory, planning, and product. And really what this is a culmination of two different teams. So a platform team that's designed to really be a back office extension for you and really put on that consultant hat. So if you're new to fee-based or if you're using advisory today and you really want to make sure that technology is working for you, that's where our team comes in and is able to be a consultant for your practice. And additionally, we team up with a due diligence and investment committee who focus on all things product. So, really it allows us to work as more of a circle, right, instead of just passing work down the line. And ultimately, for those of you that are using fee-based, it just delivers a pretty unique service model for, beginning and end, platform design, investment research, case analysis, et cetera. So as you can see here, a whole host of different categories, retirement plan, annuity, consultants, and obviously all things advisory, planning, and product. So when we built this team 4 to 5 years ago, Livett came in to build this team. I don't think the checkbox there was for building a pandemic-proof team, but I think if we were able to look back on the past year, we'd be able to check that box off. And what I mean by that is this team is all working a centralized inbox, and it's really allowed us to transition through the different environments that we've been in over the past year pretty seamlessly. So, a handful of people working in inbox that received close to 15,000 emails last year really allowed us not to, miss a beat there. So this team is really designed in today's world to, like I said, take that consultant approach. So if you're someone who is just doing third-party money managers, we're going to make sure you're the best person to use third-party money managers on our platform. If you're building models and trading globally across the platform, we're going to make sure that you know all the ins and outs of that as well. So just continuing to reiterate, it's definitely a unique service model, and we think we've designed this to kind of lead first with that consultant approach and ultimately be an extension of your office. So, we spend lots of time in offices training our financial professionals and their staff, as well as working with, our industry partners. So whether that's the technology side or the third-party money managers, to make sure we're not only bringing the right people to the table, but also building a platform that's designed for the ideal financial professional at ProEquities. So a lot of thought process that goes in mind there, especially when you're servicing, over 500 financial professionals that really run unique business models and like to partner with us in that kind of boutique environment. So that's kind of quick, fast, and in a hurry, all things PE solutions. And with that, I will turn it over to Rory.
Hello there. My name's Rory Hartley. I run the trading area. It's branded Protective Securities. I've been with the firm since 2004, and I built this division beginning in 2004 and have an extremely talented and experienced group of traders who do some things that a lot of other independent broker-dealers don't do. We carry inventory, we do underwriting, we have the whole slew of products that is listed on the screen. We spend a lot of time on bond ladders, on structured CDs and structured notes, as well as your typical other fixed income investments. But I mean, we are there for all of our advisors. As Livett stated, we are driving towards, planning and advice. But in the fixed income side, there's a lot of daily transactional broker-dealer type business that we think we support in a very superior basis to our competitors. And we're just here to answer every question either that you have or that our existing advisors have related to these products. This also includes equities, but on the equity side, it's more just transactional and it's not so much like inventory, et cetera. But happy to answer any questions, and thanks for taking your time. And I'm turning it over to Christy.
Thanks, Rory. Hi, everyone. I'm Christy Myers. I'm the Director of Practice Management, at ProEquities. Thank you for joining us today. I've been around the independent broker-dealer community for over 30 years, and I've been affiliated with firms of all sizes, from a startup firm to very large firms in this space. But for me, small but mighty relationship-oriented firms are truly the best fit for me, as an important part of my role, and what the part I enjoy so much is being an advocate for the independent financial professional. Our goal in the practice management area is to help our investment professionals be more effective, efficient, and therefore more profitable. So it's important that we get to know our financial professionals and their business very well. And no two practices are the same. So we work with our financial professionals in many ways, and it's different for each and every practice. We offer a number of key resources, some of which you see on the screen, including, we consult on practice acquisition, succession planning, continuity planning. We provide a great resource and tool called ProLytics, which is powered by Truelytics. And what that is an online evaluation and benchmarking tool. So at your fingertips, you can plug in around 50 key performance indicators and receive evaluation on your practice, as well as a scorecard to show you areas of improvement and the financial impact on that practice, as well as a benchmarking report to show how you are stacking against peer firms in the industry. Really valuable resource. Other things we do, we work to provide educational content through our National Business Development Conference, which we call APEX. APEX meaning Achieving Practice Excellence. So we work on that conference, as well as regional meetings. As soon as we're back out there traveling again, we plan to have 3 this fall. We also have various other, affinity groups in our organization. Our Pro Elite Advisory Board, which is a group of some of our top advisors, where the leadership at ProEquities works with them to solicit feedback and input on strategic initiatives, receive suggestions, and really they represent the greater field force with us. We also have our Women's Networking Forum, which we call Women Achieving Practice Excellence. We provide webinars. We have a special session at our conference and provide that opportunity for our female advisors to come together and share best practices, ideas, etc. And then 2 really great groups in our organization that have been well received and continue to gain momentum is our Gen Next and Next Gear programs. Gen Next stands for Generation Next, and that is a program and study group that we help guide and provide content for professionals new to the industry. It doesn't necessarily mean junior advisor in the term of young, although many of them are. Career changers are also a part of this group, working with a mentoring advisor and give them a forum to share goals and challenges and successes, and we also help guide some educational content there. And then they move on and graduate to Next Gear Study Group, where they've reached that next level of their practice, but want to continue that form of study group and partnership with their peers. You know, I mentioned the importance of relationship management in our organization, but that's not just unique to the practice management unit. It truly is a core value across our organization, and it begins with the recruiting process and also with transition. Next slide. So in our transition area, investment professionals joining our organization work with a dedicated transition consultant who takes a very deep dive into your practice to develop a customized plan specific to your business needs, your learning needs, etc. And they are going to guide you through the best practices and preparation, provide the training resources on our systems, technology, etc., and provide all support necessary to train you and your staff, not only in just the onboarding and moving your business to our organization, but very importantly, to help integrate you into doing business across all areas of ProEquities and utilizing the various resources. So just as a deep relationship with your clients is important to you, and knowing their goals and helping reach goals, it's just as important for us to get to know you very well, know what your goals are, and help you reach your goals. Kim, I'll turn it back to you.
You're on mute, Kim. There you go.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Christy, and for all of you who have shared some key points with us today about why ProEquities is unique and why we are distinguished among our peers in this industry. Small but mighty, as we said, is the title of this, and really what we mean by that is that we are small enough to care but large enough to matter. And I take that to be that's, again, as Livett said, the best of both worlds, right? Because we are the size that we are focused on the relationship with you and your clients. However, we provide the breadth and depth of the resources and tools you need with a customized hands-on support. So you don't sacrifice anything with the size. And we provide this and we do this in such a way so that you can focus on what matters most, which is your clients. At ProEquities, you matter. Each and every one of you matters to us. As you can likely see very easily from all of us who have spoken this afternoon, we are very passionate about what we do, and we care very deeply about all of it. So you will experience this with us on a daily basis. You will have direct access to every single one of us, from Livett, our president, all the way down. And again, you know, we are backed by very well capitalized leaders, so we are here for the long haul. So we feel, in closing, that we are the complete destination, committed to helping you grow, helping your business grow, and helping you enhance your client relationships. So thank you again for spending time with us. We look very forward to talking with you further. And David, I will turn it back to you for some Q&A.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great presentation, everybody. That's wonderful. And, you know, certainly the passion is evident. Few questions here. Let's just kind of jump in and we'll get some specifics for the audience here. But first question is, does your advisory solutions team, you know, how do they work with advisors that maybe aren't doing a lot of fee-based business right now, that they're wanting to move their practice long-term into an advisory model? Can you talk a little bit to that, Kim?
Sure. I'll actually let Tyler share that with you as the Head Solutions team.
Yeah, sure. Thank you both. So great question there. And really, you know, what's unique about that transition process is, one, you know, we would work with you to understand where your book of business is today, all the costs that are associated with that and what makes up your revenue, and what that looks like transitioning to advisory. Obviously, in a Reg BI world, there are things we'd want to bring in some subject matter supervision people in to help you with as well. But making sure that you understand your options on, call it the other side, right, advisory. So whether that's managing the assets yourself or utilizing third-party money managers, we would help to put a plan in place with you. And like I said, that would be, you know, a full gamut, almost like someone joining the firm, right? We team up with our transitions team to discuss how you're going to make this move, where these assets are going to lie on the advisory platform, And then ultimately, once we get things moved over, we'd schedule some one-on-one time with you for training. So to answer your question out there, definitely something that we do a lot of work with financial professionals today, and would love to take anyone through that process who may be looking to start using fee-based more in their practice.
Very good. Thanks so much, Tyler. Great answer. Next question we have here is what type of institutional support does ProEquities provide to their advisors?
This is Rory. I'll take that one. Yes, the institutional fixed income is a big part of ProEquities' business within the Protective Securities brand. We support between 15 and 20 advisors or financial professionals who do nothing other but institutional business, ranging from municipalities to financial institutions, banks, credit unions, RIAs, insurance companies. So yeah, we can support institutional business as well. So our team supports both the retail professional and the institutional professional.
Okay, very good. Awesome. Thanks, Rory. Next question here. Let's talk a little bit about the transition process. That's always the one thing that every advisor is very nervous about when they make a move every time. And, tell us a little bit about how you handle transitions. What does the timeline look like? How do you like to, tell someone, prospective advisor, how much time should they allow themselves, during the process, and, what does the onboarding process and training look like?
Thanks, David. I'll address that question, and I'll start out by saying no practice is the same. So we're going to customize the transition process for each individual organization based on their business structure, their office structure, et cetera. With that said, best practices are to have 30 days minimum to prepare for transition before a start date. 60 days might be better. We've done it with no time for some advisors, and so we're going to rise to whatever the needs of the specific situation and financial professional is. But on a general guideline is 90 days in working with the transition consultant. But again, we don't make anybody fit into one box, and so oftentimes organizations will work with the dedicated transition consultant for up to 120 days. It all depends on the business mix, and focus on the preparation and being, having all the information ready at hand, committing to the training is key. But 90 to 120 days is really the average in what we see, but we modify that based on the need.
Okay, very good. No, I think that's very helpful. Thank you very much, Christy. Next question we haven't had addressed. So I guess let's talk a little bit about, who's your clearing arrangement with, who do you custody assets with, talk a little bit about that, if you will.
Libet, would you like to address that for us?
Sure, happy to. We clear through Pershing, both on the brokerage side. On the advisory side, we clear through Pershing Advisor Solutions. So two different entities, but both within the same Pershing. Our hybrid RIAs can use a multitude of clearing firms. So just again, depending on the relationship with us, but the bulk of the retail business is with Pershing.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. That's great. What would be the best way for someone as they're going through the evaluation process? Is there anywhere online where they can get or could they request from you all maybe a listing or summary of the various fees like E&O, technology, and all of that? What's the best way for someone to get that? Kim?
Yes, absolutely. They can go to our website, proequities.com, and click on the Join ProEquities, and there you will see some information provided there, but also an opportunity to email us directly to get any information. You also have the opportunity there through our website to go ahead and submit your application for, just to begin the process. So two different ways. You can just ping us for information. Our phone number is also online, and/or you can submit your application. Thank you for that question, David.
Very good. Yeah, absolutely. No, I think that's great. And again, they can always reach out directly even before they fill out the application and start a dialogue that way. That's certainly a great way to do it. Well, looks like some of the other questions are all kind of along the same theme that we've kind of covered here. I guess I want to kind of close things out. Maybe I'll start with Kim. Do you have any parting thoughts for the audience here that you'd like to share?
I will just thank you all again, and thank you, David, and my colleagues here at ProEquities for this time this afternoon. David mentioned at the beginning that we will be sending a follow-up email with our direct contact information, and we do look very forward to talking further with each one of you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Thank you, everybody, for a great presentation today. We're excited about all the neat things you guys have going on there at ProEquities, and look forward to watching your success in 2021 and beyond. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end today's feature presentation. Again, we will be sending an email out to everyone with a link to the recording, as well as with next steps, should you wish to ask ProEquities any questions or get the process started. Thanks so much, and hope everybody has a great rest of the week. Goodbye.
Thank you.